Good afternoon. You've been watching the House January 6th committee here on CBS.
The hearings are scheduled to last another 15 minutes or so, and you can continue to watch the hearings on our website at channel3000.com or Channel 3000 Plus on Roku and smart TVs.
And we've heard stunning testimony today, these past 2 weeks, in fact, in public hearings called by the House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol assault.
Well, today the spotlight is on the former president's campaign to get the Justice Department to assist in his failed efforts to stay in power.
Illinois Republican Adam Kinzinger took the lead in questioning. Serena Marshall has more from Capitol Hill.
In its fifth and final hearing this month, the House January 6th committee laid out its findings on former President Trump's attempts to pressure the U.S. Justice Department into helping him overturn the 2020 election.
President Trump ultimately wanted the Department of Justice to say the election was, quote, corrupt and, quote, leave the rest to me and the Republican congressmen. The department's top leadership refused.
3 Justice Department officials in the Trump administration took the witness table, including former acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen.
At one point, he had raised the question of having a special counsel for election fraud. At a number of points, he raised requests that I meet with his campaign counsel, Mr. Giuliani.
We had concluded, based on actual investigations, actual witness interviews, actual reviews of documents, that these allegations simply had no merit.
Former acting Deputy Attorney General Richard Donahue had previously told the committee he threatened to resign if the former president replaced Rosen with another DOJ official, Jeffrey Clark.
He repeatedly said to the president that if he was put in the seat, he would conduct real investigations that would, in his view, uncover widespread fraud.
Clark's home was reportedly raided by federal agents Wednesday, and CBS News confirms federal investigators have served new subpoenas this week as it probes possible efforts to use invalid 2020 electors. Additional hearings are expected to continue next month after the July 4th recess, as committee members say they have received a deluge of new evidence.
Okay.
That includes hours of interviews with the former president and his inner circle, featured in the upcoming Discovery Plus documentary, Unprecedented, from British filmmaker Alex Holder.
I had one interview with President Donald Trump before January 6th and 2 interviews with him after January 6th.
Alex Holder sat for a private deposition with the committee on Thursday. Serena Marshall, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
CBS News has confirmed to the Washington Post reporting that all committee members may receive U.S. Capitol Police security details due to an uptick in threats, though Chairman Benny Thompson and the committee's 2 Republican members already have security.
Well, here in Wisconsin, Democrats will gather in La Crosse for the state party convention. It starts in about 48 hours.
The convention sets the tone for the fall election and a very close U.S. Senate race. Political reporter Will Keneally has a preview of what to expect. Will?
The Democratic Party convention comes on the heels of the latest Marquette Law School poll, which shows a very close race in the U.S. Senate primary and a vulnerable Ron Johnson to face in November. And Governor Evers, who will face voters this year for the first time since 2018, will set the tone for his re-election bid. All of those politicians will speak at this weekend's convention. And UW-La Crosse political scientist Anthony Chergosky says those convention delegates are who candidates need to reach.
The audience for conventions matters a lot because these are the most politically active and politically engaged members of a political party. So their voices carry extra weight as far as the outcomes of political processes, primary elections, and so on are concerned.
He says voters will want to watch and see how big of a role the president plays in the convention, how much he is talked about or not talked about. With low favorability numbers, Chergosky says Biden could be a liability for Democrats running in the midterms. And Chergosky added that the geography is important as well. Holding the convention in La Crosse will play into a swing area of the state. We'll delve more into that and the politics of the U.S. Senate race next at 5.
We'll see you then. Well, thank you. Let's take a look outside. This is a way to spend
I know.
June day.
They're having the best time out there.
They are having a blast.
I wish we had one of those here at the office.
Well,
yeah, when it gets hot out.
Got that little pond out there.
Well, okay, then we should be out there.
The weather words hot for Friday. Dana's in the backyard, parasol in hand.
Parasol in hand. I wish I was in the koi pond right now, guys. It is toasty, and just a little bit of water could really make a difference, make things feel a little more comfortable outside, because we don't even have a cloud in the sky right now. All blue over Madison, temperature-wise in the middle 80s right now, with dew points climbing today, closer to 60 for us, so it definitely feels more humid outside this afternoon. 88 in Janesville and in Mineral Point, about 91 right now in Boscoville. Compared to this time yesterday, it is a bit warmer, especially for our western counties. Again, those dew points climbing for us along our western counties, close to 60, and Madison right now also close to 60. So it's warm, it's a little muggy with a light breeze for this Thursday. Plan on even higher temperatures for tomorrow. Through the rest of this evening, things will stay dry. Friday stays dry. It's a little soggy and stormy outside, though, by Saturday. Looking at our traffic conditions, some good news in Dane County. I don't see any accidents popping up on the map. Eastbound on the Beltline, slowing down as usual with all of the construction and the usual evening traffic, but nothing out of the norm for this time of the evening. North and southbound along the interstate in Rock County and Dane County, all is nice and smooth. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, an 18-minute drive. We will take a closer look at your Friday forecast and the weekend in just a few minutes.
All right, looking forward to it. See you then. Thank you, Dana. A 19-year-old DeForest man arrested earlier this year on attempted kidnapping and stalking charges was booked into the Dane County Jail yesterday on attempted homicide charges following new developments in the investigation. Gabriel Savage was booked yesterday afternoon on tentative charges of 4 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, attempted first-degree attempted sexual assault of a child with a threat of force, and attempted first-degree sexual assault with a threat of force. Court records indicate Savage posted a $10,000 bond yesterday. DeForest Police Chief James Olson says after Savage was released from jail, investigators were alerted to new information related to the initial investigation, which supported new possible charges. Savage was then rearrested in his home without incident.
The information is significant, and it will take a little bit of time to digest, and I do not know when the charging decision will ultimately be made. But rest assured, we do not believe there is any additional public safety threat from this investigation.
The Dane County District Attorney's Office will be reviewing the new information and may officially charge Savage with the new offenses in the coming days. Court records indicate Savage is scheduled for an initial appearance on his new arrest and bail bond hearing 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. More information is available on this story on our website.
After multiple delays, very young children have been eligible for COVID-19 vaccinations for a couple of days now. Public Health Madison is encouraging parents of children from 6 months to 5 years old to first try and book a vaccine with their pediatrician. This week, they opened up 500 appointments, and within minutes, they were all booked. Public Health won't be able to accommodate walk-in appointments for those 6 months to 5 years old. Moderna is getting some interest in parents because it has fewer doses than its Pfizer counterparts.
I've heard from parents on our social media just reaching out about the fact that that they're looking for that 2-shot series because they, aren't interested in convincing their toddler to get a 3rd shot. So I can see why that would be an appeal, but I can reassure parents that both vaccines are, equally safe and effective.
Parents do not need a prescription to get a vaccine at the PHMDC clinic. They may need one for pharmacies and other facilities. During the Omicron surge, children under 5 were hospitalized at a rate 5 times greater than when Delta was the dominant strain. So PHMDC wants to emphasize Omicron does pose a threat to young children, and vaccination is the best way to keep them protected.
SSM Health and the Madison School District held a vaccination clinic at Lincoln Elementary today. Today's clinic was for those over 5 years old who still hadn't received their first shots or people receiving their booster shots. Since vaccines were authorized for ages 5 through 18 group, SSM Health has partnered with several area school districts to provide on-site vaccinations to students and their families. These unique school partnerships and the use of volunteer vaccinators allow SSM Health to continue normal in-clinic schedules while expanding access to the vaccines beyond its physical clinic locations.
It's continuing that efforts year-round because different people are eligible for their booster doses at different times, and so this coordinates really well for us because it's 5 months for their booster after their 2nd dose, and so we tried to plan this for at least 5 months after the bulk of our vaccine clinics.
SSM Health has administered more than 353,000 doses of vaccine since December of 2020.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation says traffic is backed up for several miles on the southbound lanes of Interstate 39, 90, 94 near Lodi due to a vehicle fire this morning. The DOT says the backup extended at least 4 miles. The back end of the congestion was visible on the DOT camera feeds of the interstate near Poinet. Officials say the right lane of I-39, 90, 94 was blocked due to the vehicle fire from 9:20 a.m. to about 3 p.m. The Wisconsin State Patrol says the fire involved a semi-trailer that crashed before starting on fire. No injuries have been reported in the crash or in the fire.
The Supreme Court has ruled on its first major gun rights case in more than a decade. In a 6-3 decision, the justices shot down a New York law which required applicants for a concealed carry license to show a special need in order to be approved. The case came about after 2 men in upstate New York were not able to get the concealed carry permits they wanted. They said that was unconstitutional. During oral arguments, several justices seemed to agree.
Why isn't it good enough to say I live in a violent area and I want to be able to defend myself?
How is that consistent with the core right to self-defense, which is protected by the Second Amendment?
The ruling is expected to impact similar laws in several states, including California and Massachusetts. New York's statute was different than the law in 43 other states, though, where it's easier to carry a gun outside the home.
Children in the Boys and Girls Club got a chance to show off their baseball skills at the Duck Pond in today's Pitch, Hit, and Run event. The Pitch, Hit, and Run competition, put on by Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Club, is for boys and girls between 7 and 14 and consists of a series of movements that are important in baseball. Athletes were tested and their measurements were recorded. Based on their scores, they'll advance to a team championship held in AmFam Field in Milwaukee and then to the national finals.
We have different community centers that signed up and brought kids today who some have never touched a baseball in their lives, and we have some kids from some traveling teams that are here to compete. But either way, we're all here to learn the game of baseball and get opportunity and have some fun.
Those that make it to the national finals receive an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to compete at the MLB World Series.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I could have used that when I was a kid.
You good at baseball?
No.
Oh, there you go. Totally coming for the Wisconsin midterm primary is a little over a month away, and some key races are tightening up.
That's according to the latest Marquette Law School poll. Its director, Charles Franklin, runs down the numbers when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
It started somewhere between a cuddle and a struggle. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Welcome. Hi.
Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Ask their doctor about HPV vaccination today.
Dude, great ride. Right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The Stanley Steamer started with 1 man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
Here's to real flavors, real meals, real good. All of Knorr's high-quality pasta and rice sides are now made with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Knorr, taste for good.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big
big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 25th and 26th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 25th and 26th in Spring Green.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Welcome back. Deep breath. Stressed out?
Not anymore, that helped. You better take care of yourselves. A new study found stress can make our immune systems age more quickly. Our immune systems already deteriorate with age, so this is a double whammy. Researchers from the University of Southern California looked at blood data from more than 5,700 adults. The lead author says this is the first time detailed information about immune cells has been collected in a large national survey. Researchers found people with higher stress scores had lower percentages of fresh disease fighters and higher percentages of worn-out T cells. Those are the cells that fight to keep us healthy.
Well, a vegan meal plan service is facing some backlash right now. Daily Harvest recalling one of its meals, French lentil with leek crumbles. After some customers posted on social media about getting sick after eating it, some people complained about bad stomach pains and others say their livers and gallbladders were damaged. Daily Harvest is asking people to throw out that meal, and the company says it's working with the FDA to investigate the issue, but they say all of their tests have come back negative so far.
Well, the dream of owning a home, remember what that is, right? Well, it's getting further out of reach for many people as the Federal Reserve has raised mortgage rates again in an effort to tame inflation. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 5.81% in the week ending June 23rd. According to Freddie Mac, that's just a slight increase from the week before, but more than 2 full percentage points since January. This time last year, mortgage rates averaged just above 3%. The last time rates were this high was in the winter of 2008. Despite recent jumps, mortgage rates are still well below historical highs. The record rate is 18.63% in October 1981.
Some encouraging economic news sent stocks higher. The Dow Industrials added 194 points, closing at 30,677. The NASDAQ was up 179 points, or over 1.5%. The S&P 500 gained 35. Well, the Marquette Law School poll focusing on the upcoming midterm primaries was released yesterday.
Our political reporter Will Keneally talked with Anthony Chergosky, political science professor from UW-La Crosse, who emphasized the importance of the latest polling.
I think the Marquette Law poll that came out yesterday just raises the stakes even more for this convention because of how close the Democratic primary for Senate is, how many undecided voters there still are, and just how consequential these next weeks of campaigning are going to be.
And Charles Franklin is the director of the Marquette Law School poll. He joins us now. Welcome to you.
Good to be back.
Well, in the words of Dan Rather, these races are as tight as the rusted lug nuts on a 55 Ford.
That's tight. So things are...
How do you follow that?
You can't. We miss the Dan Ratherisms, that's for sure.
Apparently.
All right, let's take a look at some of your numbers, and let's start with the Republican primary for governor.
This is the first one we've done since Michael's got in the race, and he has a 1-point edge over Rebecca Clayfish. Michael's wasn't in the race last time we polled, so he's picked up a good chunk. It looks like he got most of that from people who were undecided. That number's still pretty high at about 32% undecided, but it looks like most of his support came from there. Clayfish is down 6 points, so she may have suffered some losses. Bottom line, though, is there are 2 clear front runners there. tight as that lug nut. And then the second tier is a good ways back.
And margin of error here is what?
In the primaries, it's a little over 6 percentage points, so 1% is obviously way inside the margin of error.
So then that brings us to the Democratic primary, then. How's that looking?
It's also close, though not quite as close.
It's for Senate.
For the Senate, U.S. Senate. Mandela Barnes at 25, Alex Lasry at 21, a 4-point margin. And again, there's a second tier of Godlewski and Nelson, who are fair ways back from that. Here, all 4 candidates picked up a little support in the last 2 months, but the margin of Lasry and Barnes was 3 points 2 months ago. It's 4 points now, not much difference there. Again, no breakout leader, and here too, there's over a third of Democrats who haven't chosen a candidate yet.
So they have not made a decision.
That's right, and I think this is a typical pattern. Democrats like all of their candidates. Republicans like most of their candidates. It's hard to choose between fellow partisans that you like. And so people put it off, take a while to figure out who they're going to support. Much lower undecideds when we get to the general election.
Speaking of the general election, let's do some hypotheticals. Let's do Governor Tony Evers against Rebecca Kleefisch.
This is the closest of the governor's races, with Evers leading by 4 points over Kleefisch. It drops off with the other candidates. Evers' lead gets a bit bigger. That's just barely inside the margin of error. So I think we'd characterize it as Evers has an advantage or maybe an edge, but you're not quite ready to call it a clear lead at this point.
So then as of now, what would that race look like between Governor Evers and then Tim Michels?
With Michels, the Evers lead is 7 points. So Kleefisch and Michels are dead even in the primary, but she's more competitive with Evers than Michels is at this point. Michels is still introducing himself to voters. There are a lot of people that aren't familiar with any of these candidates, and he's a little less familiar to voters than Kleefisch is.
And it seems like Ron Johnson is a little vulnerable in his race.
His race is tighter than this governor's race. Democrats lead him in 3 of the matchups by either 2 points or 1 point. And Johnson leads Lasry by 3 points. Again, that's all inside the margin of error. So any little thing could tip this one way or the other. I think the way to look at both of these is a slight edge to Evers in the governor's race, but a very, very competitive Senate race, no matter who the nominee is.
We'll come up with some more tight ratherisms for the next time you're on.
We'll work on those, absolutely.
Charles, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll see you soon. When we come back, summer travel continues to be a challenge, especially if you're flying.
We'll find out why so many flights are being canceled and how you can improve your chances of actually getting to your destination from CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg. That's coming up after Dana's first warn forecast.
It's a short drive to big adventure at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque. General admission gets you access to all exhibits for 2 consecutive days. Plan your adventure at rivermuseum.com.
Mom, sometimes older parents need extra care.
Let me help with that, Mom. I better get this hammer. Oh, no. Let me help with that. Let me help with that, Mom. Let's give Mom some help.
Find care for your mom and dad at care.com.
The challenges we face today feel monumental. Inflation, gas prices, and now an unthinkable threat to a woman's right to choose. I'm Alex Lasry, and I have a track record of getting things done. That's how you know I'll work for you. By lowering prescription drug prices, putting more money into people's pockets, and protecting every woman's right to choose, no matter what. This is why we must defeat Ron Johnson and start meeting our challenges head on. That's why I approve this message.
When pain says it's time to go home, I say, not yet. Aleve, who do you take it for?
Busted? Original Gorilla Glue, of course. Works indoor, works outdoor. It's weatherproof, it's waterproof. It's versatile and incredibly strong for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
7-day-old tuna casserole.
How'd you know that?
Even my nose is strong. You need Hefty Ultra Strong. It has Arm & Hammer, continuous odor control. Hefty, Hefty, Hefty. Oh, and Toby needs a bath. Stay one step ahead of Stinky.
Reynolds Wrap makes it easy to cook and clean up meals in no time. So I didn't miss all the fun stuff.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
Shop the inventory blowout sale at Grand Appliance for unbeatable deals on our huge selection of in-stock appliances and grills. Get exclusive offers like this 5 cubic foot Frigidaire chest freezer for just $157, this premium KitchenAid dishwasher for just $697, or this 26 cubic foot side-by-side refrigerator for just $797. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Discomfort back there. Instead of using aloe or baby wipes or powders, try the cooling, soothing relief of Preparation H, because your derriere deserves expert care. Preparation H. Get comfortable with it.
It's time to climb, build, discover, and play at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium's newest exhibit. Live, work, and play in harmony with nature at Forever Forest. Now open. For tickets, visit rivermuseum.com.
Well, take a look at this. A pair of speed bumps placed very close together on a California street seemed destined for social media stardom, as a homeowner with a camera and a front row seat on the Fresno street has taken the ensuing vehicular havoc viral. Speed Bump Olympics showcases drivers dealing with the 2 speed bumps, captured our close calls to speed demons flying through to sparks flying and cargo flying off.
That one got some air.
Perhaps more baffling than the bump's position, the pair have been making the street famous since 1997. Speed Bump Olympics has over 300,000 followers.
Applause to Dana for those sound effects.
You need the sound effects.
It's like we were there.
I really
Why
wanted
put
an
them so close
immersive
together?
experience. To slow people down, and that's one of those where it's not working. Maybe we should try something new.
Yep. All right, all this week we've been celebrating National Dairy Month by trying different cheeses from all around Wisconsin. What is today's cheese, Brady?
Well, it's a Mayan cocoa and coffee fontal cheese. It's a creamy cow's milk cheese, hand rubbed with an exotic blend of Mayan spices, cocoa, and coffee. What? Ocella Fontal hails from Turtle Lake, Wisconsin. Look at that.
Neato.
That looks pretty. That's got a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah, I like the combination.
All right, I'm going to put this down.
Do it.
Pick this up.
Today's a little more of a shareable platter.
Yeah, yesterday was, we needed
crumbly
some
blue
spoons.
Okay.
We had crumbly blue cheese.
Just, okay. Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah,
that's nice too.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is nice.
Okay, now I'm getting the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can have grilled cheese in the morning and get a little like pep for the day.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's
really creamy. All right.
It's really creamy, but it's got a good back. It's got a good back. Did you go over the speed bump?
I was going to say, that's what the people going over the speed bumps are eating, the coffee cheese.
How
about the weather?
We'll look at that after the break, guys.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you, pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
and share ways we can help build a healthy community together. So join us on air, online, and in your village.
and take time for kids.
A dream is the spark of greatness, but it's nothing without drive.
Now shine on, cause we're made from the stars.
Introducing the all-new Honda HR-V. With impressive sporty style, inside and out. From the brand owners are calling most fun to drive. Honda, the power of dreams.
$5,000
a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it definitely feels like summer this afternoon. High temperatures today in the middle 80s for us in southern Wisconsin, but notice just off to the west, temperatures in the 90s, and that's going to be moving our way as we look ahead to tomorrow. Dew points also increasing. In fact, we're close to 60 right now for Madison, most of southern Wisconsin. Though even with that increase in humidity, our Doppler track's still nice and quiet. That's how things should stay overnight and as we look ahead to most of Friday. We have a nice clear blue sky. In fact, if you don't mind the warmth, it's really a pleasant evening to sit outside. I might go sit back out on the patio actually here in just a few. It is going to get warmer for our Friday afternoon. High temperatures will be a little closer to 90. The next chance for rain builds in for us overnight Friday, heading into Saturday morning. Those showers really starting as we get closer to daybreak on Saturday and sticking with us throughout the day on Saturday, mainly south of Madison. For Sunday and Monday, behind that rain chance, high temperatures pull back just a little bit more. We're in the 70s. Overnight, mostly clear, with temperatures dropping down to the upper 60s to start off the day tomorrow. High temperatures for Friday afternoon will be near 90 with our breeze coming in from the south. We'll stay dry throughout the day and enjoy a lot of sunshine for Friday afternoon, but the rain starts to build in quickly by Saturday morning. This is a look at the showers just before daybreak, starting in our western counties first, and we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Saturday. The heavier rainfall likely trending south of Madison. Spotty showers expected later in the evening. The heavier stuff is certainly in the morning, and then things dry up overnight heading into Sunday. Rainfall totals again in the southwest corner closer to the state line, expecting higher amounts. Areas north of Madison not likely going to see as much, and areas east of Madison not going to see as much. But at this point, things are getting a little dry, a little crusty outside, so to add some rain to the mix is some good news. We need a few steady showers actually. Overall, we're not seeing a big pull, cooler, warm for us in our long range forecast. That really lines up with our 10-day. In fact, as we look ahead to next week, temperatures really lining up with where we should be for the start of July. 90 the high for tomorrow, though. It'll be hot outside and partly sunny. Shower chances build in late Friday night, mainly west of Madison, and then passing over throughout the morning on Saturday. A few spotty showers possible in the afternoon on Saturday, though most of it comes in early. Once the rain clears out, temperatures will be in the 70s for Sunday and Monday, so it'll be cooler outside. Nice and dry and sunny, though, for the start of next week. And then we're back up to the mid to low 80s, and we're expecting those temperatures to stay in the mid to low 80s. So just close to average for us through the work week and into the following weekend. So that temperature trend sticks with us. We have a few small chances for some raindrops to build in looking ahead to next weekend. Of course, next weekend, 4th of July weekend, so we'll be keeping an eye on the rain chances there, but things trending a little more dry right now, mostly dry at least for the weekend.
Could use some rain.
Yes, yes. Again, it's a little crusty outside. Things getting a little crunchy. It's a little crusty.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
The grass gets crunchy.
Soup, though.
No, it's not soupy. No, it's not soupy. It's too humid. It's soupy.
But isn't there crunchy soup?
But you put crunchies on the soup, but you don't want a crunchy soup. The crunchy's an additive. It's like you don't want soggy croutons.
No.
Exactly.
Ew.
So, not soupy weather, crunchy grass. We need rain.
Yeah. Weather and cooking tips. Not getting this anywhere else.
Nobody asked. Nobody asked for it.
Staying out of it. Thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
Traveling by air continues to be a nightmare for some. The number of canceled flights continue to mount up.
Earlier, we talked with CBS senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg, and we asked him, why does this keep happening?
Good question, and very few answers, because we're dealing with overscheduled airlines, understaffed airlines, understaffed TSA, rising travel demand, which is only going to get bigger as we get closer to July 4th. And I haven't even thrown in weather. You have the ingredients here for a system meltdown. Remember, we saw it over Memorial Day, we saw it this past weekend, and July 4th is just around the corner.
Yeah, that's very true. You also recommend not flying the last week of any month. Why is that?
Well, this even predates the pandemic. Airlines have always had problems with crew scheduling the last 10 days of the month because flight crews, a lot of them will fly their maximum number of legal hours before we get to the last 10 days of the month, so they can't fly anymore, or they've flown their minimum number of required hours and don't want to fly the rest of the month. And in the past, of course, you had reserve pilots and flight attendants who could pick up the slack and fly as reserves. You don't have many of those anymore because of the staff shortages. So if you can possibly avoid it, the odds are better in your favor the first 20 or 21 days of the month.
What can be done to help the staff shortage?
In the short term, not much, because you can't just hire a pilot tomorrow, have him kick the tires and sit in the left seat and fly the plane. Flight training takes a long time, and there's not a lot of people in the pipeline right now. Remember, during the pandemic, a lot of airlines tried to save money by offering early buyout packages, early retirement packages to their staff. They thought about 4% might take it. Turns out about 14 to 15% did take it. Then travel comes roaring back. They don't have the people, but they actually added to their schedule because they saw the demand. The scheduling people were not talking to the operations people. Now you see the problem.
We've seen how all these problems can affect some of the larger airports, but what about the smaller airports? How does this affect travelers coming out of those?
Well, if you're in Moline, Illinois, or Springfield, Illinois, or Toledo, Ohio, or Bangor, Maine, you have a problem because the airlines have been flying 50-seat regional jets there, which they no longer can afford to fly because of fuel prices and pilot salaries. In fact, if these planes are even 85% full, they lose money. So you're seeing airlines start to park those planes. American last week parked 100 of their jets, most of them those 50-seat regional jets, and they had to admit they didn't have the pilots to fly them. What happened this week? American announced they're pulling out of Toledo, Ohio. They're pulling out of Ithaca, New York. They're pulling out of Islip, Long Island as of Labor Day. That means that in September, those airports no longer will be served by American Airlines, and this is going to start to happen at many airports around the country. What's the result of that? The folks in Toledo, Ohio, if they want to get a flight, they're going to have to drive at least an hour to get to Detroit, which is already congested.
More good news. Peter, thanks for being with us today. Happy travels.
Yeah, happy travels indeed. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Glad I'm not flying anywhere soon.
Good luck when you do.
Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, we head to the circus, a tiny, tiny circus. We take a trip to 1989 on the Traveler Throwback Thursday.
And then at 5, do you own a Kia or a Hyundai? You might want to start being extra careful with your car. Catherine Merck tells us why at 5.
The guaranteed best mattress deals in Wisconsin are happening now at Ashley Stars and Stripes sale. Save $1,000 on luxury brands, plus bonus offers only available in store. Get 5 years special financing and 5-day delivery on all in-stock mattresses. Don't miss it. Only at Ashley.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more. Catching my train. Making moves. Making a connection. Oh, a train connection. That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks, and can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
One-day floor. The Stars and Stripes sale is happening now at Ashley. Don't miss our biggest savings this summer. Shop early for doorbuster discounts up to 52% off while supplies last. Plus a holiday bonus of 5% off at checkout. And 5 years special financing and a $1,000 purchase is just $21 a month. Only at Ashley.
New at 5, the Democratic Convention will determine who will face Senator Ron Johnson in the fall. We ask which insiders will use their influence on the August primary.
Tomorrow will be hot, but not too humid. A weather system to our west will bring showers and thunderstorms later Friday night and Saturday, followed by cooler weather for Sunday. I'll let you know if any of the storms will be severe at 5.
And ahead at 6, car theft crimes spike in Madison. News 3 Now tracks the troubling trend and shares the ways you can keep your car safe tonight at 6.
Here's a shot of Denver from our weather satellite. It's 91 degrees there.
I'll be there in August. I hope it cools down a little bit.
A little bit. Pretty city.
Yeah.
Well, the Circus World Museum in Baraboo is a popular destination in the summer.
And it was a special place the summer of 1989. We find out why in this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
It is the early 1930s at the train station in Baraboo. It's an exciting day because the circus has come to town. The whole big top packed into wagons riding the circus train. It's a moment frozen in time. You're looking at a model of the circus, the big top reduced to scale. It is the lifelong project of master model builder Howard Tibbles of Oneida, Tennessee. He has spent the past 32 years building this amazing piece of work.
Most of these wagons that you'll see on the show took around 100, 150 hours each to build. They're all built from scratch. There's no kits involved in any of the completed models.
Each set of wheels on each wagon takes 40 hours to carve, and you really start to appreciate the work the closer you look. The detail on each piece is staggering. And to be authentic, the entire model is packed into the circus wagons. That's how it travels, just as the real circus did. Howard's model is being reconstructed at the Circus World Museum in Baraboo for a 2-year stay. It'll take until May to put it all together. They're working on the food tent now, putting out the 800 place settings, the tiny plates and forks, the eggs on the stove, everything packed away in wooden crates. It is mind-boggling.
It's all made from photographs, primarily, of the actual equipment that existed on the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Howard proclaims his circus is a colossal combination of all that is great in circus achievement. And that it is. He says it's only 70% complete, and the question he gets asked most often is, how many pieces in the model?
I frankly don't know how many pieces there are in the exhibit.
Will it ever be finished?
Well, if I lived to 120, it might be finished, yes.
Here's to a long and productive life, Howard. Ringling was billed as the greatest show on earth. Ringling has some competition. Traveling in Baraboo, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
And Howard's miniature circus has a permanent home at the Ringling Circus Museum in Sarasota, Florida. Sadly, Howard passed away just this past March. He was 85 years old.
The detail on all that was so incredible.
It's stunning. It really is. A trip to Sarasota might be worth it.
Yeah, I think so. I'll pack my bag.
Don't fly. Up next, Dr. Zorba Pastor has the latest medical news, and he's taking your questions live.
To talk to Zorba, call now. The number is 608-270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we venture ventured back to Portage, and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're going to be there when you need them, but they're going to let you, try everything out, and they're going to leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Going to bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Taking Align can help. Align contains a quality probiotic to naturally help soothe digestive upsets 24/7. Try Align, the pros in digestive health. And join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up and learn what millions of Align users already know: how great a healthy gut can feel. Sign up at AlignProbiotics.com. Also try Align Dual Biotic Gummies to help support digestive health.
$5,000 a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Trumpet the Bloodhound, the 2022 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show's Best in Show winner, went on a victory tour around New York City today. Among the stops, Trumpet had a snack at the Tavern on the Green in Central Park. Trumpet is the first bloodhound to ever win the Westminster Dog Show. Considered to be the top dog show in the world, Trumpet beat out a French Bulldog, a German Shepherd, a Maltese, an English Setter, a Samoyed, and a Lakeland Terrier to claim the title. That steak looked good, but a drool from that dog.
He can do what he wants. He's the winner. You go, Trumpet.
There's the steak. All right, it's time to get your medical questions answered. The number to call, 608-270-9933. Dr. Zoba Pastor is here. Welcome to you.
Hello. Good to be here.
While we get some calls cleared here, you found an interesting study.
Right, it's a new test. British Medical Journal looked at some data, and they're looking to see what really predicts health and wellness. So it was a test that started about 20 years ago, and if you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds, then you are much less likely to die over the next 10 years.
So 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
You're going to try it.
Should I give it a try?
I don't have a leg to stand on.
10.
Wish me luck,
So
everyone.
why is this?
Well, first of all, not exactly sure why. We know that people who are overweight, diabetes, hypertension, other things, but it appears to be an independent risk factor. We're only at 4 seconds now, right? It's an independent risk factor. Now, making him laugh so he doesn't stand on the leg.
I think we got 10 seconds.
But that's, I think, easily.
Should I try the other one?
No. All you need is one leg. You don't need both legs.
So what's
only
the
one leg.
thought about it?
Well, first of all, balance. It turns out you can work your muscles, you can really be strong, but once you get to about 60 years of age, your balance begins to deteriorate. And if you have other problems, it begins to deteriorate even more. Diabetes, as I said. But even cancer rate increases if you can't stand on your leg for 10 seconds. So the idea is maybe that's a test we should be doing in the office.
Yeah.
And say you can't stand for 10 seconds, we've got to do some more studies to find out why.
That's why a lot of elderly people fall too.
Right, and that is a big issue in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
big
it is.
issue.
Yeah, those exercises to keep balance up are really important.
All right, we have some phone calls. calls ready here. Let's go to Louise in Richland Center. Hi, what's your question?
I'm still standing on one leg.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm over 65. I had the J&J COVID shot and the booster, but now I haven't heard anything about another J&J booster. So what should I have for a booster?
Well, first of all, if you've had J&J, you get 2 boosters. You get the first booster, and then a certain number of months, I think it's 5 months later, you get the second booster. So that's ultimately what you do. There is no J&J booster at this time.
So she should get a Moderna or Pfizer?
Moderna or Pfizer booster, right.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling. Let's go to Steve in Madison. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Hi, you there?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Am I talking to...
You're talking to Zorba. Go ahead.
Oh, hi, Zorba. I have really bad neuropathy pain in my feet, and I've tried medications, gabapentin and stuff like that, and it's giving me no relief. And I'm wondering, what else can I do to alleviate this?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, that is a common problem. The drugs gabapentin, the drug pregabalin, which is Lyrica, can be used. Sometimes using a diclofenac ointment that you can now buy over the counter without a prescription. It's an anti-inflammatory work. What you really need, you need a good physician, PA, or nurse practitioner to work with you and look at a combination of medications. Because sometimes using an antidepressant, tricyclic antidepressant with gabapentin and others will work. So that means you and your doctor, you and your practitioner have to work hard on that. That's what I'd recommend.
Well, up next we have Audrey from DeForest. Audrey, what's your question?
Hi, I'm calling because I've had this on again, off again issue with my fingers. They will like lock together. They won't bend. They stick together. Sure. And I don't know what's going on. I've had problems with cramps like in my legs, and I have a lot of back problems. I don't know if there's any relation, but what's causing this thing with my fingers, and what can I do about it?
Well, first of all, it's hard to tell. A lot of people have something called trigger finger. So their fingers go like this, and then you have to push them to get them up, in which case you can actually get an injection from your physician. That can make a big difference. But also, other medical problems can also cause cramping. This is really, really got to talk to your doctor, find out what may work for you.
Dehydration, too, Mike?
Dehydration can be an issue, too. And electrolyte abnormalities in the sodium and potassium in your body.
Okay, I don't think we have time for another call. Do we? No, we don't. All right, so get your boosters.
That's right. Stand on one leg.
Stand on one leg.
Carefully.
I'm going to have to try it. Everybody's doing it now. Everybody at home is standing on one leg. So, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you all for calling. We'll do it again next week, and we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Can't get enough of your signature dish? Get everything you need with Pick and Save free pickup with no surprise fees. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Go forth and save this 4th of July at Bob's Discount Furniture with my everyday low prices on stylish and quality furniture, mattresses, home decor, and more. With free yummy treats in my cafes. Plus our best financing options ever. And I mean ever. 6-month special financing, 12 months, 30 months, and my new 60-month option. Bob's Discount already beats the other guy's phony sales, but now with so many financing options to choose from, 4th of July is gonna be lit.
Get inspired. Tour 30 custom homes and see the newest trends. The Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is open daily, June 17th through 26th. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Tired of millionaires in the Senate like Ron Johnson who only look out for the rich and powerful? Mandela Barnes will be a voice for hard-working middle-class families. As the son of a teacher and a third-shift factory worker, he gets it. He'll make the big corporations and the rich pay their fair share and lower middle-class taxes to make things more affordable for us. Mandela Barnes knows it's about the middle class, not the millionaires. Courageous Leaders PAC Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, all for prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The avian flu is declining just in time for summer poultry shows to begin. We have what you can expect at the fairs. Then we examine how the Democratic convention will impact the August primary and the race against Senator Ron Johnson next at 5.
Play ball!
You can sense the joy.
And on this diamond, everyone gets into the game.
Teaches these kids that you're doing a great job no matter what.
Susan Simon spends a day with the special players of the Miracle League. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, it's warm outside right now. 86 in Madison, 88 in Janesville and in Mineral Point under a nice sunny sky. And we're expecting a pretty similar setup for tomorrow. Clear blue sky for Friday and more sunshine on the second half of the weekend. Might have some rain, though, on Saturday. Gary will have more details on that coming up at 5.
Save on all appliances and grills during the inventory blowout sale at Grand Appliance. Shop unbeatable deals like this GE gas range with convection and air fry for just $847, or this LG kitchen with a 29 cubic foot French door fridge for just $29.97. That's not all. Get up to $750 in additional savings exclusively at Grand. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
With inflation, everything costs more. It also means choosing between paying debt and paying your everyday expenses. At Geraci Law, we help fight inflation by eliminating or consolidating consumer debt. Get one lower payment you can afford as low as $275 a month. Keep your stuff, pay your expenses, control your debt. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. $0 to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings. Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In today's Final Touch, the staff is rude, the service appalling, the manager nowhere to be found.
What? Well, the customers love it, apparently. At Karen's Diner in Sydney, Australia, the service gets from bad to worse as soon as you walk through the door. Rude waiters, rude customers, that's the whole point. Created in October of 2021, the diner's concept is based on the expression, "You're such a Karen," a term sometimes used to describe a person who complains about everything and anything. The creator of Karen's Diner says he was sort of surprised that people love to be abused and they like to be sworn at. They like getting in shouting matches with the waiter, sure. There's Karen's Diner opening up all over the world now, as for the staff. They say this lets them release their inner demons. By the way, we hear the food is pretty great. We all need to release.
I love the concept.
I feel bad for my friends named Karen who are like, I didn't do anything.
You know, dining can be so intimidating.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite.
It makes it fun.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.